There are three back-to-back passes between Tombo and Port St. John's on the R61. They are from west to east, the Mugazi River Pass, the Butyabuse Pass and the Isinuka Poort. At 7 kilometers, it's well above the national average and displays a moderate altitude variance of 138 meters. It connects the valleys of the Mugazi and the Mzumvubu rivers along the R61. The pass is modern and well designed, but local authorities have had to install several speed bumps to slow the taxis down as the pass traverses several villages on its way to the coast. From the western start at the new overhead bridge that services the village of Mboleni to the north, the road drops steeply at a gradient of 1 in 7 towards the next bend in the Mugazi River. This is also the steepest point on the pass. The road skirts the northern side of the river here and then begins climbing again via a series of easy S-curves towards the true summit of 150 meters, which occurs at the 3-kilometer point. There are a number of cautionaries for this road, which include pedestrians and especially school children, as well as dogs, livestock, slow as well as fast-moving vehicles, speed bumps, school buses, and of course minibus taxis. The wild coast extends between the Mtamvuna River in the north and the Great Kai River to the south, in an untamed wilderness. It's an incredible, unassuming combination of breathtaking coastline, precipitous and craggy cliff faces, wild and desolate beaches, secluded bays, and green rolling hills that rush headlong into deeply etched river valleys. Port St. John's has always been the focal point of the region, and for many first-time visitors, their introduction to the wild coast itself. Over the past 2 decades, Port St. John's has been embroiled in some controversy, with local business owners constantly being at loggerheads with authorities about infrastructure maintenance, as well as a general lack of law and order. Some of the most biologically rich landscape of the whole region is found on the 100-kilometer stretch of coast between Port St. John's and the Mtamvuna River. Still completely unspoiled, there are velvety hills dotted with brightly painted houses, serene tea plantations, and waterfalls galore. The largest marine protected area in South Africa, the Ponderland Mpa, lies on one of the most rugged, wild and beautiful coasts of South Africa. It stretches for 90 kilometers between the Mzamba River just south of the Wild Coast Sun and the Mzumvubu River at Port St. John's. This most northerly part of the Eastern Cape was proclaimed a marine protected area to protect and rebuild vulnerable and depleted reef fish stocks. Results show that reef fish that were previously heavily exploited, like red steenbras and black musselcracker, are now considerably larger and more abundant in the no-take area where no fishing is allowed. Ponderland is largely rural and undeveloped. The people who live here are directly dependent on the natural environment for their needs. Many of them live simply in rural villages. The Mzamba and Mzumvubu are not the only rivers on this coastline. It's rife with rivers, streams, waterfalls and tributaries. There are at least another 10 rivers which have some of the most pristine estuaries in the country.